but never lose account. Venting in the safe house, venting in the safe.
Can I vent out my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and booze. I can swim with my face. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder is stacking. The president acting. The government taxing my funds in the bank. Homies ejecting the fence when I'm breaking. Look at my reaction. My pupils on skates. Hold up, hold up.
Let's think about this for a second. Tell me what you would do for steady. When you show your show, no credit. When you show your bro for leverage.
What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant? What a hypocrite said. What community feel they the only ones relevant?
You out of pocket, yeah, you out of pocket. You entertain the mediocre, need to stop it. You entertaining old friends when they toxic. What your life like? You gossip. What the...
Technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Straight ahead, it's a matchup of unbeatens between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one again.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, this defense for the Packers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Sims. Touchdown, Washington. Cam Sims, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the man from Utah, and right away he lost the football. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Rodgers now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Thorne. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 17 there. Good for a Commander's first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Wentz hitting Samuel on the slant. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down. Sly able to put this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Gibson here running out of the gun. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And some room to run now. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington.
Sometimes running plays hit or break so fast, there's no reaction time from the secondary. So I've got to give credit to the offensive line for creating that hole so suddenly. And how decisive was he to take that cut and just go. No one downfield there to stop him.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. He'll get it inside the 20. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20, end up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one. I'm not sure how much more evidence they need than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
He'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll go again with Gibson. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Wentz going to throw. Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Back to Gibson and another catch for him. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Into the red zone, Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 129 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half.
Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. To throw is Wentz. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Carson Wentz, a 3-yard touchdown run. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. Alan Lazard, 76 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll be brought down right at the 35-yard line. And come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders will take over here at their own 12-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's got some space here. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, trying to slow things down a little bit.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're in for the third and 8.
That's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Then his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. William Jackson with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
Hey, that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense got pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game downfield. And what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short game.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. And now here's another interception. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick-6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I wonder if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. They'll wind up getting turned back as that sets him up for third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Rodgers. Completed out left to Dobbs. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. First target, first catch, and a first down. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. On play action, Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Losing a full 9 yards here on the side. Now it's third down.
They've gotten up over 30 yards of turf so far, but the sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum that we're building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. Wentz is right complete there to Thomas. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 22. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
On first down, right back to Gibson. To about the 26 here.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Boy, 184 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On the draw, it's Gibson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
And they visited the end zone frequently in this one, and obviously they wanted another one. But give credit to the defense there. They may not make the comeback, but pride showed. Good sack on that play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Complete to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sidewalk.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown. Robert Tonyan, 62 yards. And the Packers get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now down to 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
A good solid run there as we head towards the home stretch of this game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Wentz to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy inner.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. He finds Watson. It's caught. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Crosby with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it, and they'll take it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability there to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Here's his second down try. It's knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time the Cardinals were on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now it's Rodgers. He'll complete this one to Watson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Rodgers going to throw. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish the season strong.